As summer rolls on, you may have already made some plans. Camping trips, festivals, time outdoors. But how we have fun during the summer is changing, along with our changing climate. Organizers of many of our favorite summer events contend with a very unpredictable wildfire season, drought, as well as soaring temperatures. And now some events are even changing when they take place altogether, including the Salmon Arm Roots and Blues Festival. Althea Mongerson is the festival's marketing and sponsorship coordinator and joins us now. Althea, thanks for being here. First of all, the festival has been moved up from August to July this year. What happened, remind us, last year that prompted that decision?
Yeah, it has. We moved a whole month in advance, and the biggest reason for that was the wildfire season that we experienced last year. And for actually the last number of years, not the immediate fire risk, but the smoke that's been affecting the interior of BC.
What sort of impact has it had on festivals in years past? How bad did it get?
I was flipping through some photos in preparation for this interview, looking at sort of the 2018 and 2019 photos, and the smoke is really heavy, which, I mean, you can imagine as a singer, we're a music festival first and foremost. You can imagine as a singer, that's not very pleasant to go out in and perform in, and it's certainly not fun to go out and enjoy an outdoor event in.
Did you hear a lot of feedback from performers as well as concert goers?
We did a little bit, but in truth, our performers are really committed, and when they make that commitment to come to a festival, they always do their best to perform at the highest standard and put on a good show.
So how have you changed how the festival is going to operate this year in case, and heaven forbid, smoke moves in again?
Yeah, so like I said, we've moved the whole month forward, and we are so pleased to have had such a rainy June and to have some of the fire outlooks seem a little bit better this year for our area. We're very excited about that. And other than that, we have increased shade, which doesn't help the smoke, but does help with the extreme sun, shade, water. We always have paramedics and medical professionals on site. So we're kind of taking steps to make sure our grounds are as good as they can be. And just taking steps that we can.
What sort of impact has this had money-wise? Festivals are very expensive to put on, and heaven knows we've seen the impacts of climate change on other festivals, whether they had to be canceled, along with the increase in costs. So how are you doing?
Absolutely. I kind of glided right over that in the beginning. Not only were we affected by the wildfire season, but we had to cancel our festival last year after our first day. So we started our festival and then had to cancel, which had huge financial impact. As you can imagine, insurance companies haven't had to deal with this quite yet. So it seems like we were one of the first large ones in BC. So we didn't have that safety net, insurance safety net to fall back on, and it certainly had an impact having to cancel. On top of having to move a festival that's been in place for 30 years, not unexpectedly, we did announce last November that we were changing dates, but it has an impact on show schedules, on production, whether you can get the equipment in. It was a big impact for us.
And lastly, we appreciate your time. Have you spoken with other festival organizers, and what are you learning from each other now?
We are definitely speaking with each other, and I think the biggest thing we've all kind of come to realize is how important it is to be nimble and to stay aware when you're hosting a big event like this. Our festival goers come to our festival to have a good time, and they put a lot of trust in our leadership to make sure that we're making a safe decision for them. So definitely being nimble and paying attention and taking care of our patrons on site.
Althea Mongerson from the Salmon Arm Roots and Blues Festival, running from July 26th to 28th. All the best with the festival, and thanks for your time today.
Thank you so much. We're certainly excited.